The campaign against the Shadowlands went down as a triumph for all, yet beneath it lay a conspiracy known only to me, she snapped, turning to me with eyes cold as ice. As long as he's crown prince and I'm queen, I don't care who my husband is. And you'll be a good little widow. Behave, and I'll take care of you once I'm queen. Breathe a word of this to anyone, and I'll destroy you. Her words were identical to Killian's in my past life. Cold, threatening, merciless. Just then, voices sounded outside and the curtain parted. Killian entered with the king and queen, all stopping short when they saw me. Killian's brow furrowed, a flicker of guilt in his eyes. Leora, what are you doing here? The queen's voice dripped with sarcasm. Shouldn't you be with your new husband? What business do you have in the royal palace? Seraphina immediately burst into fake tears, pressing herself against Killian. It's not Leora's fault. She's just in so much pain. She's not thinking clearly. Killian wrapped an arm around her, glaring at me. Leora, none of us wanted Cian to die, but you refused to mourn him, remarried in defiance of his memory, and now you're harassing your sister? Get out. I stared at him. His false righteousness, his stolen face, his utter audacity, and a slow smile spread across my face. Gladly. Justice is not denied, merely delayed. The next day, Valen and I were summoned to Killian's coronation. He stood there in gleaming silver armor, Seraphina at his side, greeting the lords with the easy grace of a man born to rule. He was still masquerading as Cian, and though he needed the heavens' formal recognition to claim the Dragon King's ancient power, everyone, including Killian, thought it was a mere formality. I watched him, remembering a moment from my past life. The king had once asked Killian if he resented Cian being named crown prince. Killian had answered with perfect sincerity, "My brother is noble and kind. His talent far surpasses mine. He is the rightful heir. I am proud to be his brother." His actions today were a grotesque mockery of those words. How had I been so blind to such a false man? Soon, Killian and Seraphina approached us. He glanced at Valen, a flicker of jealousy in his eyes, before speaking to me with feigned concern. "Leora, I know you still grieve for Killian, but you chose to remarry. Focus on your new life." Valen replied smoothly, cutting him off. "Your Highness need not worry. Leora is very good to me." Warmth spread through my chest. I looked at the smug couple before me, offering a gentle warning. "Your Highness, are you so certain the heavens will accept your claim today?" Seraphina's brow crinkled. "What's that supposed to mean? Are you cursing us?" Killian's glare was filled with hatred, but with so many watching, he restrained himself. He pulled Seraphina closer. "Don't lower yourself by arguing with her, my love. Let's go." I leaned back against Valen's solid frame, saying no more. The coronation was about to begin, and I knew what was coming. Killian ascended the ceremonial steps, his eyes fixed greedily on the crown in the king's hands. The high priest began the incantation, his voice booming across the silent square. "We beseech the heavens to bestow their blessing and pass the sacred power to the air." Crack boom! Thunder rolled, dark clouds gathering overhead. Just as the phoenix leader must be reborn through fire, every new dragon king must undergo a baptism by celestial lightning. If the heavens approved, the king and queen would be unharmed, infused with divine power. If not, Killian took Seraphina's hand, and they stood at the altar's center. The first bolt of lightning struck. I saw the color drain from both their faces. This was not a blessing, it was a punishment. The second bolt hit, then the third. Seraphina coughed violently, spitting blood, and collapsed to her knees. Killian's face turned ashen, his body trembling under the onslaught. The king and queen leaped to their feet in shock, and a murmur of fear rippled through the crowd. "When the last king was blessed, it wasn't like this," someone shouted. "Could the heavens not recognize them?" There were 81 bolts in total. What should have been a sacred ritual had become torture. By the 10th bolt, Killian was on his knees beside Seraphina, both of them bloodied and broken. In a panic, the king threw up a magical barrier, shielding them from the storm, but in doing so, he invalidated the coronation. The square fell deathly silent. Everyone stared at Killian and Seraphina, waiting for an explanation. Killian struggled to his feet, looking up at his father. "Father, there must have been an error in the ritual. I'm willing to try again." The king hesitated, doubt clouding his face. I let out a soft sigh, my voice carrying clearly across the silence. "It's useless. Stop struggling." All eyes turned to me. "How can the heavens recognize two imposters?"